All right, so in one of our previous discussions, I mentioned that a realistic strategy should be able to make 2 to 5 hour on a monthly basis. Okay, 2 to 5 hour every month. And I'm sure some of you guys are, you are like, this is too small, right? This is too small because you are trying to make 50% of your account on a monthly basis, or you are trying to make 100% on a monthly basis. But the reality is that this 2 to 5, I remember how to calculate your R, right? Let's say you have a strategy that has a 65% win rate, okay, and it's a one-to-one risk to reward strategy, okay, meaning if you trade 100 times, 65% of the time you're going to make money, right? So if you say, or let's just say 55% win rate, right? So it means if you trade 100 times, 55 you are going to win minus 45 losses, that is 5R, right? It means you made 5R, okay? Because each losses will represent by R, right? So 55 minus 45 give you 5R. So this is a good strategy, okay? So I said if you can get this type of strategy that can make you anything between 2 to 5R every month, you are sorted. You are profitable already. You just need to be able to play the game the way it is, right? You need to learn how to play the game, and you make all the money that you need to make. Okay, but some people are going to say 2 to 5 hour is too small. It's too small. They want to make 50%, 100%. Okay, but the reality is that what you are the reason why you think this 2 to 5 hour is too small is because you are just looking at the number. You are looking at 2 or 5. That is what you are looking at. Okay, you are ignoring this R part. You are ignoring the R. 2 to 5 hour. R can represent anything. R can be 1%. R can be 30%. Okay. R can be any percentage. So you will discover that um, a strategy that makes you 3R might even be better than a strategy that makes you 20R at the end of the month. Okay, depending on what the value of this R is going to be in the end, because you are going to discover what this value is going to be after backtesting. Okay, so when you backtest, you will know what this R is going to be. If you don't know what the R is going to be, you actually don't know how the strategy is going to perform really. So a strategy that makes 3R might be better than a strategy that makes 20R, and I will explain that just now. So let's say, for example, you have a strategy. Usually, strategies that make this smaller R usually avoids huge drawdowns. Okay, meaning you are not going to encounter a lot of drawdown when you are trading. Okay, so if you have a strategy that makes 3R, usually your drawdown might not be more than 2R. Okay, so you might not have more than 2R drawdown while you are trading, or maybe 2R is not the right word to say. Maybe two losses in a row is the maximum that you are going to encounter. Okay, when you are targeting 2R. But if you are targeting, let's say, 20R, it's not going to, it's not, it's, you are probably going to have like 19 losses in a row at some point, or 15 losses in a row at some point. Okay, so for this 3R strategy that has maximum 2 losses in a row, you can risk up to 20% of your account on this type of strategy. Okay, usually these types of strategies, there are strategies that whereby you risk like 30 pips to make 10 pips. Okay, and at the end of the day, you discover that it will have like 90% win rate. Okay, and the drawdown will be very small, maybe 2 losses in a row. But this other strategy that makes 20R, they are usually strategies whereby you target like 5 times what you risk. Maybe you're targeting 100 pips for every 20 pips risk. So you discover that the win rate will be very small, maybe 35% win rate, or 20 something percent win rate, maybe 29% win rate. And you discover that you have a lot of losses in the strategy. Okay, so what happens is, if you're going to trade this one that has 15 losses in a row, you shouldn't risk more than 1% of your account so that you not blow your account. Okay, or let's say you can still risk up to, let's say, if you multiply 2 by 15 will give you 30, right? So if you multiply 3 by this 15, to give you 45, okay. So let's say you are trying to avoid a 50% drawdown, okay. So the maximum you are going to risk on this one is going to be 3%. So meaning now, if let's say you are risking 3% on this one, right, on this first strategy, 3% multiplied by 20 at the end of the month will make you 60% profit, okay. Whereas this one, where you are risking, where you have 3R and the maximum loss you had was 2 losses in a row, right, what it means is that you can even risk up to 30% of your account on this one, okay. You can risk up to 30% of your account on this one. So when you multiply 30, let's say you are risking 30% on this strategy of your account on this strategy, when you multiply that 30% by this 3R, you have 90%, okay. So this strategy that makes you 3R makes you 90% at the end of the month, whereas this one that makes you 20R, okay, makes you only 60% at the end of the month. And this is already getting to this 20R right now is getting too high, right? I shouldn't have used that percentage, okay. I should probably have said 10R there. So 3R is better than 10R. That's what I should have used, because 20R is getting you are being ridiculous at that point, okay, if you're trying to make 20R every month. Because I've tested like hundreds of strategies and I've never found a strategy that makes more than, let's say, 15R, okay, at the end of the month. On average, they usually make around maybe 5, 6, 7, 8R on average, okay. I've not even found one that makes like 10R on average anymore, but some months they will make above 10R, but when you average it at the end of the year, it will not make up to 10R, okay. So if you a strategy that makes 3R might even be better than a strategy that makes, let's say, 10R, right, or 20R, okay, depending on what this risk is going to be. So you also need to determine what this risk is going to be. So when I tell you that you should look for a strategy that makes 2 to 5R, I'm not saying if I say you look for a strategy that makes 2 to 5R, I'm not just talking about the number. I'm also talking about the R. What is the risk going to be? Okay. So this 2 to 5R can make you a lot. It can make you your 100% every month if you want. Okay, but you are going to stomach your drawdown as well. Okay, if you can stomach a lot of drawdown, you can even make 100% a month with. I've seen a trader that trading a strategy that makes the strategy makes 3R a month. Okay, the strategy makes 3R a month, and is a lady. She was able to take $1,000 to $11,000 in less than 3 months. Was able to take $1,000 to $11,000 in less than 3 months using this strategy that makes just 3R on a monthly basis because of her risk, the R value. Okay, so it's not just the number, it's also the R. Okay, so if you find something that makes you 1R at the end of the month, you're already sorted. If this R is good, if it doesn't produce a lot of drawdown, okay, you are good already. Okay, so that is it. So some traders, they're already good at trading. Some people are already good at trading. They already have strategies that can make them this 2 to 5R. But because of unrealistic expectation, they think they don't know how to trade. Okay, because they've seen someone on the internet who took $20 to $40,000 or whatever. Okay, all these things. This is like 1 in a million. It's just like checking all these bet Niger scores, right? And you are seeing someone who took like 200 naira to maybe 50,000 to 50 million naira, okay. And you are like, whoa, maybe I can do this. This is gambling, right? And some of you guys are motivated by that, okay. But the realistic expectation is between 2 to 5R. If you have a strategy that already making 2 to 5R, you don't need to look for anything anymore. Okay, and some of you guys already can create this strategy easily within less than 2 months. You can create this strategy. Okay, but because of this unrealistic expectation, you you know you keep looking for that holy grail that doesn't exist. Okay, so yeah, so I'm going to stop here. Okay, it's good to have a realistic expectation. When you know what's realistic in trading, it's going to be very easy for you, because now when you can get the strategy that can make this 2 to 5 hours, now what you're just looking for is having the capital to be able to make more money, working on this your hour part. Okay, managing your risk well, having good capital, and you keep trading. Okay, and you keep making your consistent income. Okay, but when you start looking for strategies that will make you 20 hour or higher, okay, you will keep looking and looking and searching for that holy grail, and that's how you can be there for 10 years without making any progress in trading. Okay, yeah, so that